That was U2 right there with every even better than the real thing coming off their 30th anniversary edition of Octoon Baby album. What is up? I'm your host, Skeletor. You can follow me on my YouTube channel at Skeletor708. That's 708. And you can tune into my podcast daily called Keeping It Raw and Real 100%. What are we going to talk about, ladies and gentlemen, today in this episode is a dandy for sure. We're going to talk about Thursday night's football game, the odds spread, the line, and I was trying to do a special treat. I haven't figured it out yet. I was trying to include the highlights in part of the show, but unfortunately that looks like it's a no-go, so in between the show, we'll take a little break. Today's music will be brought to you in part by U2. We'll have another song coming up for them here partway through the show in full. And that's just for you guys to enjoy. It's kind of like listening to a radio show, talk show at the same time. Going to try a little something different to make this a little bit better. Before we start, I want everybody to know if you're just tuning in to either my YouTube channel or you're listening to me via the Keep It Raw and Real 100% podcast channel. I am doing personally a $100 Super Bowl giveaway. Yes, that is correct, the $100 Super Bowl giveaway. Details will go every Sunday, so be sure to tune in Sunday before the show of the Immortals starts. And we're talking about, yes, the gridiron Sunday football night games and day games. Anyway, let's jump right up into this, man. The Philadelphia Eagles began their season home schedule on Thursday Night Football to open NFL Week 2. Jalen Hurts and the Eagles will welcome the Minnesota Vikings, which they did, to the Lincoln Financial Field ballpark out in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, for what was a battle between two playoff teams from a year ago. Philadelphia began the 2023 season on a positive note, defeating the New England Patriots on the road last Sunday. Minnesota was not as fortunate, falling to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers at home in Week 1. The kickoff for this game was at 8:15 p.m. Eastern, 5:15 Pacific in Philadelphia. The Sportsline consensus listed Philadelphia as a 6-point favorite, without the over and under, or the total number of points Vegas thinks will be scored, is 49 in the latest Vikings and Eagles odds. Before making any Eagles, well, you can't now because the game's over, but it was advised before making any Eagles and Vikings picks or NFL predictions, be sure to see what Sportsline's resident Viking expert R.J. White has to say, considering his mastery of picks involving Minnesota. White, a fantasy and gambling editor for the CBS Sports, consistently crushes against the spread picks and went 535 and 450 with 30 on his ATS picks from 2017 to 2022, which returned more than $3,500 to $100 payers. He also closed the NFL 2022 season on an incredible 170-80-6 run on his last 193 games against the spread and the total NFL picks, returning more than $1,800 for $100 bettors. Move over. White has a read on the pulse of the Vikings. In fact, he is an amazing 56, 31, and 4. That is a plus of 2,123 on his last 21 picks involving Minnesota. Anyone who has followed him is way up. So yeah, be sure to check out Cox Internet. Everyday low price is $49.99. There are no annual contracts. 100 megabytes per speed internet. Panoramic Wi-Fi is included. Get yours today at Cox. And that was a little promo bumper there for you guys. Now, while he has zeroed in the Vikings versus Eagles and just locked in his picks on Thursday Night Football predictions, you can head to Sportsline to see his picks. Now, here are several NFL odds and betting lines for the Eagles versus Vikings. The Vikings and Eagles spread again was 46. The Vikings and Eagles over under was 49. The Vikings Eagles money line was 260 negative for the Eagles and 200 plus 214 for the Vikings. The Minnesota Vikings are 7-11-1 against the spread since the start of 2022 season. Philadelphia are 11-10 against the spread since the start of the 2022 season. The Vikings and Eagles picks, see picks at Sportsline. Why the Vikings? Why people think the Vikings will cover? And here we go with the explanation. Despite a negative overall result, Minnesota shows signs of progress on the defensive side of the field in Week 1. Trying to see here. Oh, okay, I was tripping for a second. The Vikings in Week 1. The Vikings held the Buccaneers to only 242 yards and 20 points in the opener, while the Tampa Bay generating only 3.6 yards per play. Minnesota was stout against the run, yielding only 2.2 yards per carry, and Tampa Bay converted only 35.2% of their third downs chances. While the Vikings were not dominant overall in 2022 on defense, the team did create 25 takeovers to land a top 8 mark in the NFL and held opponents to a 38.1 third down conversion rate. The Vikings can take solace in the sound of offensive headline by Justin Jefferson. The All-Pro wide receiver led the NFL in reception yards, and yards per touch in 2022, and Jefferson opened the 2023 campaign with 9 catches for 150 yards last week. He is the ultimate weapon for Kirk Cousins to maximize, and the latter is coming off a 2022 in which he posted top 5 league-wide marks in passing touchdowns and passing yards. See which teams to pick here. Again, Cox Internet was $49.99. Be sure to get yours today because it is included with the Paradynamic or Wi-Fi. You listen to your boy Skeletor 708. Here is why the Eagles can cover their portion of the betting odds. The Vikings did play well on defense in Week 1, but Minnesota struggled mightily in producing a bona fide scoring defense with 25.1 points allowed per game in 2022. The Vikings also finished number 30th in yards allowed and per play with 5.9 and 31st in total yards allowed with 388.7 yards per game and passing yards allowed 265.6 over the last 17 games of the regular season last year, sampled altogether. In contrast, Philadelphia was the top 5 team in total offense, leading by rushing offense, rushing touchdowns, rushing first downs, red zone efficiencies, and third down efficiency last season. Eagles quarterback Jalen Hurts provides a true dual threat with more than 750 rushing yards and 13 regular season rushing touchdowns in 22. He threw for 3,701 yards and 22 touchdowns with only 6 picks. Philadelphia is also blessed with 2 standout wide receivers that each caught 7 passes in the 23 season opener. A.J. Brown finished in the top 4 of the NFL in receiving yards, yards per catch, and receiving touchdowns last season, while Devontae Smith led the team with 95 catches and set the Eagles record for most yards with 2,112 and 59 and receptions, with 159 for any player in their first 2 seasons. Combined, see which teams to pick here. How to decide whether you should have made a pick between the Eagles and Vikings? Well, like I said, that game was over, but here was news that was given prior to the game. White is leaning under the point total, but he also isolated a critical X factor that has him going big one side on the spread. He only shares what it is and what side to back at Sportsline. So be sure he has Sportsline on there. Who wins between the Eagles and Vikings? We all know it was the Eagles who won that game. For all the latest news on the sports line, be sure to check out Sports Line there, where you see RJ White and his picks. Now, ladies and gentlemen, to come up to some of the games that are already starting with opening lines, and that will be brought to you in part here by golly, he did it to me again, I think. Looking here, forgive me, ladies and gentlemen, still new at this. Giving it a shot, see you guys like it, hopefully. I did have some opening lines for you, but apparently I don't know where the hell they're at. So, let's see, we can go elsewhere to pick it up for you, folks. Well, it doesn't look like I'm going to be able to do the betting portion of the show today for the opening games coming up. We'll have to wait till we get more betting odds posted from the Caesar Sportsbook, and I'll read them down to you so you guys go ahead and place your bets. Now, remember, keep in mind the $100 giveaway, Super Bowl giveaway, is in full effect right now. And instead of making you guys wait till Sunday, I'll just break it down like this. And here are the rules as follows. In order to participate, you have to pick 7 teams in the AFC and 7 teams from the NFC. Who do you think, in no particular order, are going to be the top 7 teams? Who do you think is going to be the same in the NFC? Now, if your team does not reach the playoffs, you'll get a chance to honor me with 3 of your social media sites that I can follow you and give you the respect on your page and follow your page for you following me and participating in the sweepstakes giveaway. Now, as far as the divisional round and the wild card round, if your team makes either round and advances, and that as far as they advance, you'll get $25. Now this is only has to be one team, so let's get this clear. You don't get $25 for each team. It's if you have 1 out of the 7 teams representing your picks that makes it to the divisional round, you'll get $25. Now if they advance and make it to the conference championship game, but yet they lose there, that team will still get a whopping $75 just for making it to the conference championship game. Now, here's the tricky part. If your team makes it to the Super Bowl once again and they lose, you get nothing. You get nothing except maybe 1 pick of your social media outlet for me to follow. If your team is the team that wins it all and wins the Super Bowl here at Super Bowl 58 being held at Legion Stadium in Las Vegas, Nevada, you will win $100. I repeat, you will win $100 out of my pocket. It'll be distributed more than likely on an Amazon gift card so that we can get it digitally handed to you within hours. So, that winner will be announced immediately after the Super Bowl. So far, I do not have any participants. So, the way this is going to work is I'm going to create a channel on my YouTube channel, or a playlist, just for the picks. Just for the picks. There will be an open comment section. I want you to write your name. Your name will obviously be there, but write down your AFC and NFC predictions, and if you want to, you have up to week 8 to change your mind on your picks. Once week 8 is over, whatever 7 teams you have on your list, that's who you roll with for the end of the year. So, yeah. Let me see if I can go to my notes here. I had some notes earlier to show you how I'm doing it. And this way you guys can get a general idea of what I'm talking about. If I can find that little scrappy doodah paper. Hopefully nobody threw it out. And let's see what could get thrown out. But anyway, I'm gonna redo my picks probably at the end of this week, and that way we can go ahead and see how things are going to go. Well, anyway, ladies and gentlemen, it has been a blast. I know I kept your asses up for a little bit too long. I don't know when the next episode is going to be put up. It should be for tomorrow, before Saturday's college football games. The episode will be based on the top 25 college football teams that are going at it this Sunday, September 16th. Oh, look at me. Yeah, September 16th, this Saturday. Boy, you can tell Skeletor is tired. Anyway, again, be sure to follow me on my YouTube channel, 708. Drop a like, comment in the section with your picks. Don't forget to subscribe. Also, if you join up on a membership for the Skeletor 708 YouTube channel, you'll get a very special invitation to come watch me do karaoke, and you, the listener, the streamer, the watcher of my stream, will get to pick what song you want me to karaoke to next. Yeah, some may say don't pick the ones you already know. Well, that's why I'm gonna let you pick the ones I think that I don't know. So you'll be the picker, I'll be the performer, while you guys sit back, drink your favorite beverage, and sip a cold one. Until next time, ladies and gentlemen, this is your boy Skeletor saying, they can't kill me! I've already been dead! Until then, I'm out. Peace. Is it getting better? Or do you feel the same? Will it make it easier on you now that you got someone to blame? You'll say, one love, one life, but there's one need in the night. With one love, get to share it. Leave it, baby, if you don't care for it. And it's gonna disappoint you. You need to go without, but it's too late tonight to drag the past out into the light. We're one, but we're not the same. We get to hurt each other, carry each other, one. We come here for forgiveness.